Shalom. All praises to Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rakah Wadash. Double honors, Salakia. Double honors to the elder apostles, the bishops, and the elders of GMS who as well. Peace and salutations to the elect. My name is Ainal. The title of this video is Ronald Reagan address to the United Nations General Assembly. Right, and basically my last video I had brought this up and I was saying that you could Google search it, you know, so I Google searched it or whatever, because I said I would do a video. So, here I am doing it. And I found it. So anyway, address to the 42nd session of the United Nations General Assembly in New York, New York. Right. So this was September 21st, 1987. Right. And we'll get down to the point right here. Let me see something real quick. All right, so anyway, it says, so this, it goes into a lot, whatever the case may be. This is what it is. You can search this up if you want to, look into it, whatever the case may be. The point I wanted here is referring to 2nd Esdras chapter 13, right? So, Ronald Reagan, it says, I have spoken today of a vision and obstacles to its realization. It says, I have spoken today of a vision and the obstacles to its realization. More than a century ago, a young Frenchman, Alex, visited America, right? That's the guy's name right there. I looked him up and everything. So look, that's his name. Look into, what he did. I have spoken today of a vision and the obstacles to its realization. More than a century ago, a young Frenchman, Alexis, visited America. After that visit, he predicted that the two great powers of the future would be, on one hand, the United States, which would be built, as he said, by the plowshare, right? So I'll read the whole thing and we'll probably break it down a little bit. He said, would be built, as he said, by the plowshare. And on the other, Russia, which would go forward again, as he said, by the sword. Yet need it be so? Cannot swords be turned into plowshares? Can we in all nations not live in peace? In our obsession with antagonism of the moment, we often forget how much unites all the members of humanity. Perhaps we need some outside universal threat to make us recognize this common bond. I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world. And yet I ask you, is not an alien force already among us? What could be more alien to the universal aspirations of our peoples than war and the threat of war? Right? So this was September 21st, 1987, right? This is Esau. This is President Ronald Reagan of the United States of America, right? This devil is wicked, all right? He's lying. It's all snares and traps. That's pretty much a breakdown, of what they're saying. So it says this part right here. It says, after that visit, he predicted that the two great powers of the future would be great. The future would be, on one hand, the United States, which would be built, as he said, by the plowshare, which is false, right? Because these are the same devils that got the nuclear weapons and destroyed Hiroshima and Nagasaki, right? With nuclear weapons. So this is some time after that, about 40 years or so, and now they're talking about peace. Right, this is the devil. And then they said America will be built by the plowshare. All right, let me grab this. Um, this is Genesis 27:40. So this is the blessing of Esau. So he's not living by the plowshare. What this man has what rape, rob, murder his way to where he's at, right? Nothing he has is his own, right? He has stolen everything or bought it, right? With his blessing, he has received the fatness of the earth, so he has the money. So usually, what someone will come up with some type of invention, and he will come and buy it, patent it, or whatever the case may be, resell it. What 50 Cent made vitamin water, you know, and they just took it from him, paid him for it, and now it's theirs. you know. Anyway, all right. This is Genesis 27:37, right? So this is the blessings of Jacob and Esau. So Jacob, got his blessing, and what Esau is about to get his blessing. So Genesis 27:37. Now Esau is the so-called white man, which he has called himself white. He gave himself that name. Genesis 27:37. And Isaac answered and said unto Esau, Behold, I have made him thy Lord. So this is he's basically explaining to Esau right now what he gave the blessing of Jacob to be. So he said to Esau, and Isaac answered and said unto Esau, Behold, I have made him, Jacob, thy Lord, and all his brethren have I given to him for servants. With corn and wine have I sustained him, and what shall I do now unto thee, my son? So basically, Jacob was blessed with everything. Basically the kingdom that's going to be set up, that's going to be an everlasting kingdom to, that's Jacob's portion. Now Esau's portion is what? It says, Esau said unto his father, Hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, O my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, Behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, and of the dew of heaven from above. See, so Esau, the so-called white man now, was given what? The fatness of the earth. That's why he is running everything. And more, I would say more, basically who's of Esau, the tribe of Esau that's more ruling today is Amalek. Right? Those are the fake JOOs, in the world. I would say the world because they're ruling the world. Right? They're predominantly, them to be in Israel, right, in our land right now. But they're mixed all over the world. They're your politicians, your leaders, your bankers, right? The banking elites, the Rothschild family, that goes to them. They control the money, therefore they control the world. So Esau has the fatness of the earth now, but he's about to lose it all. Uh, Genesis 27:39. It says, And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, Behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, and of the dew of heaven from above. Right? He got what? Satellites and things up there, It says, And by thy sword shalt thou live, and shalt serve thy brother. So Esau is going to live by the sword, not by plowsharing, right? Because what? How did America get built up? Through the sword, by what? Taking us, the Israelites, into slavery, and then what? Making different policies to have the worlds to bow down, the nations to bow down to them, It says, And by thy sword shalt thou live, and shalt serve thy brother. And it shall come to pass, when thou shalt have the dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. And Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, The days of mourning for my father are at hand, and I will slay my brother Jacob. Right? So hey, that was Esau's blessing. And also, through history and things like that, there was a period of time where we were over Esau, right? You got things like the Byzantine, empire. You got King David ruled the 40 years of peace and all of that. It says, and it shall come to pass when thou shalt have the dominion that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. I'm glad this saying that too. It says you will live by your sword and you will serve your brother. But when you decide to break free, you will shake his yoke from off your neck. So basically, like I stated, we ruled over Esau, King Solomon, King David, the 40-year peace, times like the Byzantine Empire, things like that. But what? Esau now has the kingdom, through the rebirth, which is the revised Roman Empire, which is his blessing, the fatness of the earth, and pretty much that's almost at an end. So going back to this article. So it says, again, after that visit, he predicted that the two great powers of the future would be, on one hand, the United States, which will be built, as he said, by the plowshare, which is, farming and things like that. Which this, that's not going to happen into the kingdom established, until our kingdom is established, right? When we will have the nations in subjection. Until then, it's going to be complete war. Why? Because the scriptures talk about the first woe, the third woe, and the second woe, right? And the two woes has passed, and now we're waiting on the third woe, which is World War III. So it's going to be complete war, because war is going to be what makes, what brings the end of this kingdom. So two great powers, right? And America's one and Russia's one. Russia will be built by the plowshare, which is a lie. And then it says on the other, Russia, which will go forward again, as he said, by the sword. Now, this is true, pursuant to prophecy, Ezekiel. So this says prophecy about Gog and future invasion of Israel. It says, and the word of the Lord Yahweh came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Gog, the land of Magog, right? This is Russia, right? The land of Russia. The chief prince of Meshach and Tubal, and prophesy against him. So this Russia will be a chief prince of Meshach and Tubal, right? Which is Turkey. And basically, we're seeing this happening now in our time, right? Basically, the alliances are being made and phony, and Russia is to, take all the people unto himself and be a guard unto them. Basically, rule these individuals for war. You have things like the BRICS nations. That's alliance, and they have strategic partnerships where they can come together in times of war. And even now, there's strategic partnerships being made in the world, regarding what's happening in the world, right? And that's going back to what the third woe. I can grab one for you. Let me see. Revelations 11, 14. See, Revelations 11 and 14, it says the second woe is past, and behold, the third woe coming quickly. So this is talking about world wars. You get Revelations 9. See, Revelations 9 and 12, it says one woe is past, and behold, there come two woes more hereafter. See, so all you got is World War I, World War II, and then what we're about to approach now is World War III, which we're already in. World War III just hasn't, intensified to the point where you really know about it, But if you're watching, then you know. So going back here. So anyway, Ezekiel 38 and 3, it says, and say, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, I am against thee, O God, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal. Russia on both sides against this devil, right? Because Russia is still Edomites, It says, and I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth in all thine army, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords. See, so Russia is going to be joined together with a great army, and it lists some of those people. It says Persia, which is Iran, Ethiopia, and Libya, which is part of the African continent, right? And once if you look in the world right now, what's happening? These different people that I'm mentioning now are taking military action against each other. So things are heating up. So Persia, which is Iran, Ethiopia, and Libya, with them, all of them with shield and helmet, which is going into war, you know, attire. It says Gomer, which is Germany, and all his bands, the house of Togomar of the North Quarters, and all his bands, right, which is Turkey. And then it says, and many people with you. So many people will be joined with Russia as this end time superpower to go against Babylon the Great, which is America. So these two nations will face off. It says, be thou prepared and prepare for thyself, thou and all thy company that are assembled unto thee, and be thou a guard unto them. Right? You grab this. This is Isaiah 9 and 5. All right, we just get to the point. Isaiah 9 and 5, it says, for every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood. Right, so that's pretty much every battle that you know about, right? It's always what? Shootings or stabbings, killings and that type of stuff. If you think about battles that you had, excluding Hiroshima and Nagasaki, right? It says, but this shall be with burning and fuel of fire. So what? The third war I just mentioned is what? That's going to be with burning and fuel of fire. Because of what? Because the world has too many nuclear weapons, right? The Most High has created these, weapons to be used here in these last days. Isaiah 54, 16. All right. So, okay, he's back. I would have just used this one right here, but Isaiah 54, 16. See, Esau, whatever the case may be, Esau will play with the wires behind the scenes and things like that. But that's why you have that Amos 8 and 11, a family of the word. Just like that, this whole thing could have been snipped, but ultimately what they want to do is bring in that MOTB where you will have to, log on and sign in and be tracked and monitored what you say and what you look up, So, that's soon to come because they don't want this truth getting out. All right. Isaiah 54 and 16. It says, behold, I have created the smith that blows the coal in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work. And I have created the waster to destroy. See, so the Most High created these individuals, right, that created the instruments of his destruction, which is the nuclear weapons. So that's going back to that Isaiah 9 and 5. This battle that's about to come, this World War III, pursuant to what Revelations 11 and 14, will be fought with what? These nuclear missiles that the Most High has made them create. Right. That's why you have Donald Trump talking about denuclearizing. Right. So going back to this devil over here, it says, so on the other, Russia, which will go forward again, as he said, by the sword. So that's true. But this is by the sword too. There's no peace. Right. This is not the time. This is not the time. The scripture says the time and place for everything. Right. The time of peace will be when we, the Israelites, are in the kingdom. And therefore the nations won't fight against each other no more, which I'm gonna grab that scripture. It says, matter of fact, I'm gonna grab it right now. It's Isaiah 2 and 1. It says the word that Isaiah the son of Amos saw concerning Judah and Jerusalem. It says, and it shall come to pass in the last days that the mountain of the Lord's house, right? This is the Lord's name, Yahweh, shall be established in the top of the mountains and shall be exalted above the hills, and all nations shall flow unto it. Right? So what? Our kingdom will be, an everlasting kingdom, with complete dominion over the world, over nations, over any, any and all governments that was, there will be no more. Right? We will have complete control. It says, and many people shall go and say, come ye, and let us go up to the mountain of the Lord Yahweh, to the house of the God of Jacob. And he will teach us of his ways, right? So what we're going to be teaching, the nations, how to conduct themselves, right? In a period of 1,000 years of hardcore bondage, we're going to be teaching them what they should do. It says, and we will walk in his paths, for out of Zion shall go forth the law, in the word of the Lord from Jerusalem. See? So it says, and he shall judge among the nations and shall rebuke many people. See, they're not going to listen like that. We're not going to beat it into them, It says, and they shall beat. So the nation shall what? It says, and they shall beat their swords into plowshares. See, this is when you will beat your swords, which is your weapons, your nuclear weapons, your guns, your psychological warfare, your think tanks, your crafty council, your laws, everything that you use to wage war, you beat all that into plowshares, right? Because you're going to be working. All right. It says, and they shall beat their swords into plowshares, in their spears into pruning hooks. This is all nations. It says, nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore. See, now this is the time where you won't learn war anymore. When we take the kingdom. This is Daniel 2. Let me see. This is Daniel 7:26. All right. So let that try to load. Yes. All right, this is Daniel 7:26. It says, in the kingdom and dominion. I'll start at 26 actually. Daniel 7:26, he says, but the judgment shall sit, and they shall take away his dominion. Whose dominion? Esau, right? Because Esau has what? The fatness of the earth. He has his dominion now. I'm going to go back over here. All right, Daniel 7:26. Daniel 7:26, he says, but the judgment shall sit, and they shall take away the dominion, to consume and destroy it unto the end. In the kingdom and dominion, in the greatness of the kingdom under the whole heaven shall be given to the people of the saints of the Most High, whose kingdom is an everlasting kingdom, right? And all dominion shall serve and obey him, right? So who? Obey Yahweh Shai, right? Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, our Lord and King Yahweh Shai, right? And then our King David, So it says here too is the end of the matter, right? So after it's all said and done, what's going to happen? The everlasting kingdom will be established. Esau's dominion will be taken away, right? And they're gonna finally beat their just like he's so called planning for it. They're gonna beat their pruning hooks, or their spears, their pruning hooks, right? And their weapons into plowshares, right? It says, here too is the end of the matter. As for me, Daniel, my cognition must trouble me, and my countenance changed in me, but I kept the matter in my heart. See? So, so yeah. Now let's get to it. It says, yet need it be so. So he's like, he's basically saying, why Russia got to be the sword? It said, yet need it be so. Cannot swords be turned into plowshares? Yeah. I just read it to you. It will be, just not now. You devils will fight each other, right? All right, let me grab this. It says, woe, Nahum 3:1, woe to the bloody city. It is full of lies and robbery. The prey departed not. So, Esau had no mercy or anything like that. Now he's trying to seek peace. And even now in this time, right, that was after he dropped the bombs, he talking about, why can't we just be peaceful? No, it says, woe to the bloody city. It is full of lies and robbery. The prey departed not. It says, the noise of a whip and the noise of the rattling of the wheels, and of the prancing horses, and of the jumping chariots. The horsemen lifted up both the bright sword and the glittering spear. See, and there is a multitude of slain and a great number of carcasses, and there is none in of their corpses. They stumble upon their corpses. Said, because the multitudes of the whoredoms of the well-favored harlot, the mistress of witchcrafts, that selleth nations through her whoredoms and families through her witchcrafts. See, it says, behold, I'm against thee, said the Lord Yahweh of hosts, and I will discover thy skirts upon thy face, and I will show the nations thy nakedness, and the kingdoms thy shame. Exactly, and that's what's happening. That's exactly what's happening, right? Which we're going to get into. It says, because the devil is lying. It says, cannot swords be turned into plowshares, and we and all nations not live in peace? And our obsession with antagonizing of the moment, we often forget how much unites all the members of humanity. Perhaps we need some outside universal threat to make us recognize the common bond. So this devil is lying, right? So and now what the nations are seeing is his wickedness. See, this is Isaiah 32:5. It says, the vile person shall no more be called liberal, nor the churl said to be bountiful, right? And if you go into this and you read some of this stuff, how this man was talking, he was like, yeah, we have our gigantic warships and our army is in this position, not for war. We wanted to, kind of like what we're saying now, peacekeepers. It's for peacekeeping and safety and all of that, democracy, safety. But meanwhile, their troops is all over the area attacking, raping, robbing, murdering people. It's all being found out. But they was talking a good game. And that's what I'm getting to. It says, so that's the time that we're in now. So this was, what it was, 1987. So it says, the vile person shall no more be called liberal, nor the churl said to be bountiful. For the vile person will speak violently, his heart will work iniquity, to practice hypocrisy, and to utter error against the Lord Yahweh, to make empty the soul of the hungry, and he will cause the drink of the thirsty to fail. So what's happening now in these last days, in this end time? We have what? These same United States presidents, these devils now starving out people over there in the Gaza Strip, sending them weapons to continue doing so, not saying nothing about it, and the whole world sees that, right? It says the instruments also of the churl are evil. Let me see if I can grab this right here. Scoundrel. Right, yeah, scoundrel. That's Esau. Man, wicked. It says the instruments also of the churl are evil. He devises wicked devices to destroy the poor with lying words, even when the needy speak of right. Yeah, hey, what they did over there in Israel with those pagers, the same pager that this dude Benjamin Netanyahu, not a Jew at all, gave Donald Trump. Gave this man a golden pager and a regular pager. right after he used those same on live TV, right after he used those same pagers to blow up babies' faces, women's faces, probably some animals. It says the instruments, also the choro, are evil. He deviseth wicked devices to destroy the poor with lying words, even when the needy speaketh rightly. They went to the store, they say, "Yo, this is a good pager, right?" And they was like, "Yeah, it's perfect," you know. So what? That shameful spewing is on them. This is Habakkuk 2:16. Habakkuk 2:15 is woe unto him that giveth his neighbor drink, that putteth thy bottle to him, and maketh him drunken also, that thou mayest look upon their nakedness. Thou art filled with shameful glory, drink thou also, and let thy foreskin be uncovered. The cup of the Lord's right hand shall be turned unto thee, and shameful spewing shall be on thy glory. See, so that's the time we're in. You know, this devil went from talking all trying to be nice and sweet, you know, right after dropping bombs, to now it's all out there. They know exactly what the devil is. You know, he's a liar. And the excellent point, which we'll get to, I got it, but we'll get some more of this. Isaiah 47:1 says, "Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground, there is no throne. O daughter of the Chaldeans, where thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate." See, take the millstone. I got it in there too. It says, "Take heavy millstones and grind flour. Remove your veil and strip off your robe. Expose yourself to public view." See, that's what Esau is doing. That man got caught red-handed over there in what? Ukraine with the biolabs, right? And that wasn't part of his plan at all. So now they're trying to keep Ukraine and not allow Russia to take it. You know, Russia's like, "No, we don't take it," you know? So all hell is breaking loose out here in the world. And Esau's shame is being shown, you know? It says, "Thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yeah, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance and I will not meet thee as a man." So, you know, Yahweh Shai is coming and Yahweh is gonna bring that ultimate shame when he destroyed his devil, you know? But, you know, just like he said, he has come to send fires on, you know, on earth, and how he wished it was already, you know, burning, you know? So that's exactly what's happening. All hell is breaking loose. Here we go, this right here. It says, this is posted March 18th. It's March 18th right now, 10:49. It says, "It is now obvious to everyone what Western jurisdictions are worth." Putin. Basically nothing. They're worth nothing. It says, "But now the covers have completely fallen off. As they say, it has become evident to everyone what the various high courts in the European capitals, Western jurisdictions where many sought to hide in, are worth it," the Russian president said. So, you know, that just like, you know, this court system right here, when we was talking all this sweet stuff, we're trying to make peace and it's Russia's fault, whatever the case may be, it's all bullshit and lies. And the world is seeing that. Mind you, you know, if President Putin is saying is we're in a time now where things are shifting, right? Putin's voice is reaching places, you know, because they have BRICS Nation, you know, which is growing fast. People are looking to it. They're looking to Putin, just how they, you know, someone would look to America. They see America is falling, but what they don't understand, pursuant to Psalm 49:11, so they think they're going to continue forever. But we, the prophet and the Lord, are here to tell you they're not. So just how they were looking to America is like, you know, but they see America has fallen now. So now they see what has risen up, which is Russia and BRICS Nation, according to prophecy, you know. So now they're looking toward Russia. So when Putin speaks, they're listening now. Just like when America speaks, people still listening too. They don't know what to do. It says, "It has become clear to everyone what the high courts in the European capitals and Western jurisdictions were really worth, where businesses were trying to hide something." Russian President Vladimir Putin told a Congress of the Russian Union of Industrials and Entrepreneurs, right? And he says some stuff, and the main part really is this, you know, but I'll keep going. It says, "We must admit that these mechanisms had barely worked before. I mean those proposed by our so-called Western partners. But now the covers have completely fallen off. Hey, we just read that the Most High will uncover thy skirts, right? You see, Putin says, but now the covers have completely fallen off. As they say, it has become evident to everyone what the various high courts in the European capitals, Western jurisdictions, where many sought to hide in, are worth. Basically nothing, you know? He basically saying it's worth nothing, you know, and you know, that's America being exposed. Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 10 says, never trust thine enemy, or like as iron rusted, so is his wickedness. Right? And what Esau even about to come down with great wrath because he know that he have but a short time. So all this talk over here that he was talking about is nothing. You know, this devil had a plan from the beginning. Talking about the dude came here and predicted something, and really they want war. Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusted, so is his wickedness. Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him, and thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wept a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust have not been altogether wiped away. Right? So there's no cleaning this devil, you know? So had Job 20 and 12. Though wickedness be sweet in his mouth, Job 24, though wickedness be sweet in his mouth, though he hide it under his tongue, though he spare it and forsake it not, but keep it still within his mouth, yet his meat and his bowels is turned, is the gall half within him. Right? So, you know, basically this devil is just wicked. We grab this NLT. It says, but certainly the food in their bellies turns sour. A poisonous venom is in their stomach, right? So, hey, the scriptures say he's not satisfied. You know, going back to Habakkuk, which we read, go back up here. It says Habakkuk 2 and 5. It says, yeah, also because he transgresses by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell and is as death and cannot be satisfied, right? But gathereth unto him all nations and heapeth unto him all people, you know? This is Jeremiah 49 and 7. Concerning Edom, thus saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts, is wisdom no more teeming? Is counsel perished from the prudent? Is their wisdom vanished? And that's pretty much the point. You know, there is no wisdom and understanding and teaming, right? Which is basically modern day America, Esau Edom, right? And that's why his skirt has been lifted up and he's been uncovered, right? He can no longer hide himself. He's been found out. It says, flee ye, turn back, go deep, O inhabitants of the Dan, for I will bring the calamity of Esau upon him, the time that I will visit him. If grape gatherers come to thee, will they not leave some gleaning grapes? If thieves by night, they will destroy till they had enough. But I have made Esau bare. I have uncovered his secret places. And he shall not be able to hide himself. His seed is spoiled, and his brethren and his neighbors, and he is not. Hey, you know, and that's, you know, because what these bank elites, they try to hide themselves completely, you know. They wanted to hide the truth from the world, and they've been found out. It says, but I will strip bare the land of Edom, and there will be no place left to hide. His children, his brothers, and his neighbors will all be destroyed, and Edom itself will be no more, right? There you go. It's over for Esau. You know? I'll read this again. Nahum 3 and 5 say, behold, I am against thee, saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts, and I will discover thy skirts upon thy face, and I will show the nations thy nakedness and the kingdoms thy shame. And I will cast abominable filth upon thee and make thee vile, and will set thee as a gazing stock. Where I just see NLT. Was that 5? It says, Nahum 3 and 5, I am your enemy, says the Lord Yahweh of heaven's armies, and now I will lift your skirts and show all the earth your nakedness and shame. I will cover you with filth and show the world how vile you really are. See, That's exactly what's happening, right? It's no more of this right here. No more sweet talks need to be so, that's what he said. Oh, let me grab this too. It says, in our obsession with antagonizing of the moment, we often forget how much unites all the members of humanity. Perhaps we need some outside universal threat to make us recognize this common bond. It says, I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world. And yet, I ask you, is not an alien force already among us? What could be more alien to the universal aspiration of our peoples than war and the threat of war? So he's just talking, right? This man just dropped bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. He's talking about 2 centuries ago, you know? So this is devil, right? He's wicked, right? He's lying, he's hiding it. And even now, today, he's making plans to destroy it. Let me see. This is 2nd Edge 16. Right, just Esau, for the most part, Esau is the cause of all of this, right? That's why he got found out over there in Ukraine with those biolabs. You got your dude Bill Gates. You have what the Georgia Guidestones. You got people suddenly just d- being deleted. All these things are happening, and why? Because the wicked of the world, Esau, knows they have but a short time. It says 2nd Ezra chapter 16, verse 17. Woe is me, who will deliver me in those days? The beginnings of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the power shall stand in fear, the beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? It says, behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for men. And why is that? Because Esau Edom is coming down with great wrath because they have but a short time. So what is he going to do? He's going to try to, limit the amount of people on earth, right? Things like that. Revelation 12:12 says, therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth. And if we see the devil has come down unto you having great wrath, because we know that he have but a short time. Hey, so Lord willing, the video was edifying to you. I'll say shalom to those elect, which consists of men, women, and children. Shalom.